Do you think pipe has just gotten more dangerous because it's just gotten more and more
Definitely.
crowded?
Kids are literally 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds. They're all like going to pipe and they're not even like surfing level to be there. And they're there throwing themselves at it. Crazy. I remember being one day there and, no one was making the barrel because everyone was fighting so
Right.
bad to be deep than everybody else. So
Hmm.
everyone was going, we're too deep. They were like at back door trying to go pipe. Like, but yeah, it's surfing, man. We got to deal with things that no other sport has to
Yeah.
deal with.
So, what is preparing for the Challenger Series and competition look like for you?
So also trying to figure out myself because we're gonna start the Challenger Series in June this year. So there's a long time. And I was like talking to my coach Leandro Dora, and I was like, oh, there's a lot, like there's a long time till it starts, and then I was like thinking about it, like what should I do and what's the best decision and things like that. So I decided to come to Hawaii. You know, like I could have been cruising at home, but I really focus on like I want to get better at surfing. I always want to get better at surfing, and I never really had the time at Pipeline and Backdoor and those heavy waves, and I think that's where my weak spot is, you know, and I'm trying to really get better in those scenarios and get ready when I'm as soon as I qualify, I want to be ready for that. But it's really tough. It's so many people out there, and it's so dangerous, and you see people getting hurt all the time. Crosby got hurt like I
Yeah.
was right. I was by like I was I was right there and I saw him getting hurt. I was like, holy shit, like it happens like that. And then Ian
Yeah.
Govell also got hurt, like literally a wave before mine. And
Oh,
he had like 22 stitches. And the waves were like not big that day. So it's really heavy. It's something that I really needed to work on to be, you know, comfortable there. And I guess that's what I'm doing here and not even thinking about the challenge. I'm more thinking about like, all right, how can I get better at surfing here? What can I improve in power surfing and bigger waves? And then I'll come back home after this and then reset and then start working, you know, to the challenger series, start to get ready and kind of not like not beast mode yet, but I'll definitely go, you know, like month by month, I'll be getting hype up to get ready for the challenger. So I
yeah.
think that's the best decision that I did.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, you know, like
Yeah.
take month by month and things like that.
Right. That makes sense, right? Like you don't want to go too hard right away, and then you're just going
No,
to burn
yeah.
out by the time you get there. But that sounds pretty, pretty gnarly. Just going, just focusing on that first bit that you're talking about. Trying to get your waves at pipe, and I mean, do you think pipe has just gotten more dangerous because it's just gotten more and more
Definitely.
crowded, and like two people getting injured in the
I
same day like that, and
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like, is it just me? But it's like super shallow right now.
hmm,
Like maybe even Rocky Point, it's really shallow. Like I don't remember being that shallow years ago. I don't know
hmm,
if it's just me, but I don't know. But I think it's way more shallow than before. So it definitely, the crowd now, like, it's, dude, it's like kids are literally 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds. They all have their helmets on and that wetsuit with the foamies, and they're all like going to pipe, and they're not even like on the level, like surfing level to be there, and they're there like throwing themselves at it, like, you know, crazy.
hmm,
Even though you have the helmet and you have like all these whatever where you can go,
yeah,
it's still dangerous, and you're still putting people, you know, in dangers too. Like, you know, if you're there, you don't know what you're doing because it's so, yeah, it's a famous wave, and everyone want to get a barrel pipe. So, but
yeah,
it's getting dangerous and dangerous, crowded. Everyone's fighting for the deepest spot, deep, deep. I remember being one day there, and and no one was making the barrel because everyone was fighting so bad
Right.
to be like deep than everybody else. So
Mm.
everyone was going, we're too deep. They were like at back door trying to go pipe, like, but yeah, it is. It's surfing, man. We got to deal with things that no other sport has to
Yeah.
deal with. Even when it's like if you're just practicing at your home break,
Right.
like there's people there's beginners, there's people that are just learning how to surf right now, and they don't know, and the ocean's for everyone. So, and then
Right.
you're making a heat, and your coach is at the beach, like, with the Thailand, and they don't know too. So
Oh
it's
man.
it's really different from any other sport.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, I'm curious, like, I mean, you know how to get barreled, but like, and you're an incredible surfer, but like, what things do you work on at pipe? Is it really just figuring out your lineups and your positioning? Is it, is it just reading the wave? Like, or are you, I mean, you mentioned just pushing yourself to go deeper and deeper. Like, what do you work on when you're out there? Or is it just like, I
For
just need to
me,
sit out there and spend
it's
hours to get to my wave?
definitely it's definitely to find out what is the best way. I feel like once you know what is the best way to be, then it gets way less dangerous and way more comfortable, because if you paddle in the right spot, still dangerous fuck, it's still scary. But if you paddle in the right spot and then that's the good one, then it gets way more well, just less dangerous than the ways that you don't know if it's gonna be good or not, or if you paddle in the wrong place at the wrong time. And
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I think I'm working all that, like feeling comfortable out there, which is really hard to do, and finding out like what is the best wave to be, even if I don't go on that wave. But
Mm.
like I've been watching guys that, oh, this Balaran is pounding for this wave, so this must be a good one. And then I'll see
Right.
it, and I'll like look back and make sure, just look back and see if he made the barrel or not, and be like, oh, okay, that's a good one. So that was like, oh, northwest wave, kind of. There's the north backdoor wave, or like you go learning there, like, and yeah, it's it's cool too. It's so different. Like sometimes you go there, you just catch one wave, or
Yeah.
but it's definitely a learning process that I'm stoked to be learning again.
Yeah. And so like I'm curious, how dialed you guys get at your level, like, because you got different swells, coming in. Are you like reading those swells? Are you looking at like swell angle and swell direction and then looking at
Oh yeah,
periods? And you just like, okay, I know this exact angle and this swell direction, and then I would be going for this peak and versus different
at Pipe,
situations. Yeah, pipe, or is it more of like this intuitive process that you're just like building up the time out there?
I think it's more of a, yeah, just spending time there.
Yeah.
I'm not a nerd about the forecast, because if you really get, like at home, I kind of gave up on it because I was like seeing the forecast every day and being like the most nerd about it, and it's like, oh, there's a south swell, but there's also this east swell coming. Like at home, it's south and east, and I was like, oh, like, and then I'll get to the beach and there's no way. So I I kind of gave up on that thing. I was just like, all right, like let's focus on what we have, and
Yeah.
how big it is, and what board should I ride, and how's the waves now. So yeah, at pipe, it's definitely just like learning, because it's the water movement is different and everything is different there. So the
Yeah.
more time you spend there, the better you get.
And question for you is like, I mean, I'm sure you're out there with guys like, John or Jamie O'Brien or Barron who, are known
Yeah.
for being just insane. Like, and you're an incredible surfer as well, but do you look at those guys and you're like, you guys are crazy? Like, I can't believe you're making those waves. Is it like really that, are they that gnarly out there? Or is it like, they're just like a little step above? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just curious. This is just a random question.
Um, at pipe, I think there were like so many levels above me. You know, but I think it's like what I what I think it's like. All right, as soon as the heat is on, and then if I train and be ready for it when once I have priority and the time is right,
Right.
I want to beat those guys, and they're definitely on like another level. Like Barry and Jamie and John, they grew up there, and then they grew up and put a lot of time there, so
Yeah.
they know everything about the wave. I'm still like learning and looking, but yeah, it's like I feel like when the heat is on, it's so different because Baron's a guy that like he's a local guy, so he paddle out, and no one really paddle for his waves,
Right.
John, the same thing, Jamie, like so it's so different because
Hmm.
they're from everybody. Like we're surfing a different ocean. We Moros, like all us Brazilians, when we go there, we're like, oh, like it's so different. We're like in the middle with so many people, and they're like separated. They're on their own lineup.
Yeah.
All the
Huh.
locals are.
Fascinating. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was curious about that. But I mean, it took John so long to win a pipe, right? Like,
yeah,
so,
even that. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, he has an advantage because he's been there, but like, just because you have that advantage doesn't necessarily mean you're going to perform, right? So,
yeah,
like, so
yeah.
I'm
That's the
you're
thing
right.
about Gabriel. Like he never really spent that time there, and he's always been so gnarly, and talent and but that's the thing too. If you're surfing out there by yourself, and then you have the priority and you paddle in the right spot with the right board, and the jet skis right there and the announcement, and you just feel more comfortable, you
Yeah.
know, and it's different for sure.
Do you struggle with your paddle power? Well, I can go months without surfing and roll up to pumping waves and surf 3-hour sessions multiple times a day after day after day by using the Basis Paddle Trainer. It was a total game changer for me, and it can be for you too. These things actually work, unlike elastic resistance bands. You can train your paddling anytime, anywhere, so you can catch more waves and have more fun. Just 10 to 20 minutes a couple times a week, and you're gonna be in insane paddle shape. Right? So remember, the key progression is more waves, and the key to more waves is more paddle power. Check it out at surfbasis.com. You're gonna be stoked.